Hello, travelers of Koala Planet. Today we dive into one of Dublin's most iconic and emblematic landmarks, St. Patrick's Cathedral. This majestic building is not only a landmark in the Irish capital, but also a place filled with history, legends, and impressive architecture. 1. History of St. Patrick's Cathedral. The history of St. Patrick's Cathedral dates back to the roots of Christianity in Ireland. Although the current structure dates from the late 12th century, the site's connection to St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland, is based on a much older tradition. According to legend, St. Patrick visited a nearby well, where the cathedral now stands, in the first half of the 5th century, using its waters to baptize converts to Christianity. This well, known as St. Patrick's Well, is considered the symbolic origin of the cathedral. The first church on the site was likely a small wooden structure built in the centuries following St. Patrick's death, serving as an important Christian worship center. In 1191, Archbishop John Comyn decided to establish a cathedral on this sacred site, elevating its status and marking the beginning of its ecclesiastical importance in Ireland. Under the direction of Comyn and his successors, construction began on a new stone cathedral in 1220, following the Norman architectural styles prevalent in Europe at the time. The building we know today is the result of that construction phase, which transformed the modest original structure into an imposing Gothic edifice. Throughout the 13th century, the cathedral was expanded and beautified, acquiring distinctive features such as the large central nave, high Gothic arches, and impressive stained glass windows. During this period, the cathedral became a center of not only religious, but also political power. Its status as the national cathedral of the Church of Ireland placed it at the heart of Irish public life, where state ceremonies, coronations, and other national events were held. The 16th century brought the Protestant Reformation, a movement that had a profound impact on religious life in Europe. In Ireland, the cathedral was transferred to the control of the newly formed Church of Ireland, an Anglican Protestant denomination that broke away from the Catholic Church. This change in control was not peaceful, and in a predominantly Catholic country, the cathedral became a symbol of English and Protestant dominance in Ireland. In the following centuries, the cathedral suffered periods of neglect and deterioration. By the mid-17th century, during the English Civil Wars, Dublin became a battlefield, and the cathedral was used as a military barracks. The aftermath of these wars and the political instability of the time contributed to the cathedral's decline, leading to partial ruin by the late 18th century. The story of St. Patrick's Cathedral took a positive turn in the 19th century when it was rescued from ruin by Sir Benjamin Lee Guinness, the brewery magnate of the famous Guinness family. In 1860, Sir Benjamin undertook an extensive restoration of the cathedral, investing a large sum of personal money to restore it to its former glory. This restoration was more than a mere repair, it involved a reimagining of the interior space and the reconstruction of key structural elements. While some critics have argued that the restoration was so extensive that it altered the cathedral's original medieval character, there is no doubt that it saved the building from an almost certain fate of complete ruin. In the 20th century, St. Patrick's Cathedral remained an important symbol of Irish identity, despite the political and social changes that marked Ireland's history. With Irish independence in 1922 and the subsequent creation of the Republic of Ireland, the Church of Ireland, to which the cathedral belongs, became a minority in a predominantly Catholic country. This change did not diminish the cathedral's importance as a cultural and historical symbol, but it did transform its role in society. The cathedral adapted to the times, becoming a place that, in addition to remaining an active center of worship, began to play a broader role as a cultural and historical meeting point. During the second half of the 20th century, the cathedral hosted numerous civic, ecumenical, and cultural events, reflecting an Ireland that was becoming more open and diverse. 2. Contemporary conservation and restoration. Maintaining a building with the age and significance of St. Patrick's Cathedral is a constant challenge. Throughout the 20th and 21st centuries, various conservation projects have been undertaken to preserve its structure and keep it accessible for future generations. These efforts have included the restoration of stained glass windows, maintenance of the tower and bells, and repairs to the vaults and roof. In 2012, the cathedral celebrated its 800th anniversary with a series of commemorative events that highlighted its historical importance and continued role in Irish life. These events included exhibitions, concerts, and special services that attracted both the local community and international visitors. 3. Architecture and design. The cathedral, built in an early English Gothic style, is characterized by its tall towers, buttresses, and pointed windows. One of its most notable features is its 43-meter tower, which houses a set of bells that are still used today. This tower is visible from much of the city and is an iconic landmark. Inside, the cathedral features a spacious central nave flanked by columns and Gothic arches. The stained glass windows are particularly impressive, depicting biblical scenes, saints, and historical events. The heart of the cathedral is adorned with intricate stone carvings, and its high vaulted ceiling amplifies the sense of grandeur and solemnity. 4. The cathedral today. Today, St. Patrick's Cathedral is not only still a place of worship but also a major tourist attraction. The cathedral hosts a series of events, concerts, and exhibitions throughout the year. Additionally, its proximity to other points of interest in Dublin, such as Dublin Castle and Christ Church Cathedral, makes it a must-see stop for any visitor to the city. For those interested in Irish history, a visit to the cathedral's museum, known as Dublinia, offers a fascinating insight into medieval life in Dublin and the city's Viking history. St. Patrick's Cathedral is a true testament to the rich history of Dublin and Ireland as a whole. It is a place where faith, history, and culture intertwine, offering visitors a unique and enriching experience. So, if you're planning a trip to Dublin, be sure to include St. Patrick's Cathedral in your itinerary. We guarantee it will be a visit you won't forget. And that concludes our visit to St. Patrick's Cathedral. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next adventures. See you next time.